Well, let's get into these baseball playoffs, shall we? Because it was game 3 for one of the situation, 2 for the situations, and then it was game 4. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with Chicago Cubs versus the Milwaukee Brewers. The Cubs came back and they went held on to win 4-3. Somehow they kept the Brew Crew in the line in the yard, and that really was the difference. Cubs did just enough to offset the Milwaukee's attack. And the Cubs got to play like that. They got to figure out a way to keep games close because, again, Milwaukee's one of those kind of teams. Those bats get going, it could be a long day. So a tip your cap to the Cubs. That was a must-win situation. That's one thing I like about the best of 5. I like the way baseball is doing it. Baseball is doing what the NBA used to do. And you don't have a lot of room for error. And the turnaround is quick and it's good because that way teams have to stay honest. You have to keep everybody the way they're supposed to be. No one has the luxury of saying, okay, we got a day or two to rest and come back. And also on top of that, shorter the series, the quicker the results. So I think that is really cool. And that's what makes it very competitive. So the Cubs did what they had to do, getting their pitching together. Huge win for the Cubs to save their season. And again, they got to play like that. They got to keep it kind of close. Milwaukee's one of those kind of teams. They can ignite. And you can't afford to get into no shootout with those guys. Those guys can flat out hit that thing. So, Cubs hanging in there. Impressive win. We'll see how it goes now. It's 2-1. Milwaukee's up in that series. Elsewhere, Seattle, Detroit. Oh, buddy. And it looked like the Mariners were about ready to take the Tigers out. 3-0 lead. But in this day and age, baseball is so much like the NBA sometimes. I'm wondering who's the Steph Curry inspiration, because leads are no longer safe. You never hardly see a 1-0, 2-0, maybe 3-0, but it's crazy in baseball now. The Tigers came back and won 9-3, and very impressive for them. Not only just winning, but they saved their season, and they're forcing a game 5 back in Seattle. So just when you look at that's very important. Seattle blew a lead, and you can't do that this stage. When you get past the first game or two, anything after that, you can't afford to blow leads because then anything can happen, and it's anyone's game. And so it's going to be a 5-game series. And I tell you, and Scarborough, I never say his name right. Scarborough's going to be pitching for them. But he hasn't had much luck against the Mariners, even though he's homegrown from that area. He hasn't had much luck against them, so something's got to give. However, the Tigers, dare I say, look more Seattle-like with